All right, Kels, we're taking your advice.
Kaylee
Getting some crepes. Or was it Kaylee? Kaylee and Kelsey. I think they both may have said it. We're making our crepes. Let's just excited. I'm getting this one right there. The coconut and Nutella one. Paris has an arcade, apparently. Just like in Nashville, except with these beautiful mural paintings up. And much nicer architecture. And there's a lot more of these little arcade ways. Alright, so a few notes of reference. A lot of restaurants in Paris that will just give you house wine in small wine glasses, just kind of complimentary even if you don't ask for it. Perrier is not really as sparkling in France as it is back home. So they distill it down.
That is the Perrier.
I know it's Perrier. I know it's Perrier. But I'm just saying it doesn't taste as bubbly. Oh yeah, that's true. What else have I learned today?
So you think it is?
Everything is,
A lot closer.
yes. You feel like you've walked 5 miles. In actuality, you've walked 2, just because you're passing so much, so many chalets and plazas.
Everything's beautiful.
Yes. And around every corner you have something like this. A bakery, cafe. Ooh,
How pretty is that?
Blossom Central.
There are some ways to go in.
All right. So if you know, ever been to the National History Museum in Chicago? Well, we're at the Louvre. We've begun our tour, and I'd have to say that what'd you say? It's the National History Museum on crack? Speaking of the one in Chicago, of course. We're about to go in and see what's in there. What do they got? King Kong? So if you ever come to the Louvre, make sure to get your ticket in advance. Otherwise you have to wait in this huge line. There's a pyramid. Shout out to Memphis. We're on the other side from my previous recording there. Alright. We're going into the special entrance for those who plan ahead and do research like my beautiful wife here. We already got our ticket. And apparently there's another entrance for those who plan ahead. It's like the fast pass for the Louvre.
Wow.
Yeah, found it. Despite the metros stopping in unexpected places because today is Labor Day in France. You had to walk a couple extra miles. This was obscured by buildings until like 0.1 miles behind us. Like boom, right there in your grill, in your space. But what a magnificent place to be. I wonder how many flights of stairs that is. You could see people climbing all the way to the top. Oh yeah.
How fun will that be?
All right, so we just learned a very important lesson when traveling by train in Paris. Liz, would you like to explain that lesson for us, for our audience?
Make sure you are on the right leg of the RERB. Not enough.
There's 2 B's. You see a letter? Doesn't mean there's only one line for that letter. If you're on that train, this is the 3rd one in like 5 minutes. Really the more popular line, but it's a maze. Found the train pulling into Lyon and just got hit with my first storm alert weather text. Severe weather in France.
it'd be fun to give you guys a little tour of where we're staying in Lux, France. So this is the, this is where we're going. Okay. All right, this is the building. Apparently has a lot of historical significance, like photography and the first archaeologists in France and things like that. I'll see if I can go find out more information. So this is the grounds. There's the dorms. Over there, that little white building is where we're meeting. Well, not the big white one. You kind of see the wooden doors over here. But yeah, there's this really pretty building over there. Very pastoral, I guess. Or, I don't know if I'm using the right word with that. There's a little play area. So next time, just have to bring a nanny. And the kids. Then here is there's this like hedge, and it's pretty lofty over here. And then if you come down over here, I haven't actually stepped down here yet, but I've seen through the windows. There's this really pretty like garden. It's a little serene, I think. I don't know if is that rosemary? It's like rosemary. Anyway, it's very pretty, very peaceful.
In the Hebrew, that moment was covenantal.
L'alliance.
She was seen
Elle était vue
as strength to the man's weakness.
Une force,
Come on,
faiblesse de l'homme.
we have got a message
On a là un
that
message
we need to communiquate to the secular
communiquer
world.
au monde
And I'm
séculier.
concerned that we are not.
Je suis concerné dans le fait que
We're not showing everybody how
nous ne
superior
montrons
our
pas à
message
quel point
is.
notre message est supérieur.
So I mean, the whole when Eve was
Quand
created.
Ève a été créée.
See, these guys get to preach, so I'm going to preach now.
Oh goodness.
When Eve was created,
Quand Ève a été créée,
that is when the concept, as some theologians say, that's when
quelques théologiens disent que c'est le concept même
that's when the full concept of beauty was born in the man.
est né
And part of it
et
is
lesbienne.
that we have not properly separated the concept of intimacy from sexuality.
On n'a pas en fait suffisamment séparé le concept de l'intimité.
Assured courage.
Et l'audace, c'est un courage mûr.
It's courage in rhythm.
C'est le rythme du courage.
And then confidence is matured boldness.
Et la confiance, c'est l'audace mûre.
It's when you sense that the confidence you're relying on is not your own.
Et c'est quand vous réalisez que la confiance sur laquelle vous vous appuyez n'est pas la vôtre.
Now let's apply this to this passage.
Et donc on va appliquer ça à ce passage.
So, one, Jesus was intentional in going to the temple first.
Donc c'était intentionnel. Premièrement, Jésus, il va au temple d'abord.
That represents courage,
Et ça représente le courage,
obedience in the moment.
l'obéissance sur le moment.
Second,
Ensuite,
Jesus was bold with the truth and how he handled conflict.
When I was thinking about identity, one of the first stories that came to mind was the prodigal son.
quand je pensais à ça, la première histoire qui m'est venue, c'est l'histoire du fils prodigue.
And how he decided that his identity was something other than what it was.
Et quand il a réalisé que l'identité, ce n'est pas celle qu'il voulait.
He demanded what was his,
Il s'est demandé quelle était son identité.
and went and did his own thing.
Et ensuite, il a fait ce qu'il voulait lui.
Once he realized he was wrong,
Et quand il a réalisé qu'il se trompait,
he still thought he was the one who determined the terms on which he came back.
et c'était toujours lui qui devait déterminer la raison de son retour.
Maybe I can be a servant in my
Et
father's house.
il s'est dit, peut-être que je peux être un serviteur dans la maison de mon père.
But as soon as he returned home,
Mais dès qu'il est rentré à la maison,
his father was giving him the signet ring and the robe and the shoes.
son père lui a donné une nouvelle robe, la bague et des chaussures.
And there was complete restoration of that identity
Et il a été complètement restauré dans son identité.
because it had nothing to do with him
Parce que ça n'avait rien à voir avec ça, ne venait pas de lui.
and everything to do with who his father was.
Mais plutôt de qui était son père.
So I think often we get so caught up in understanding our identity
Et des fois, on reste bloqué sur essayer de comprendre notre identité
and what it looks like in execution
et à quoi ça devrait être concrètement,
that we forget
qu'on oublie.
we are.
How close our identity is to unity.
Mais combien notre identité est proche de l'unité.
Because the older brother that stayed,
Parce que le frère aîné qui est resté,
when the son was restored,
quand son frère a été restauré,
he didn't understand
il n'a pas compris
that belonging to the father
qu'appartenir au père
meant that he belonged to the brother.
signifiait qu'il appartenait aussi à son frère.
If I am loved by God
Si je suis aimé par Dieu
and you are loved by
et
God,
que je suis aimé par Dieu,
we belong to one another.
on s'appartient, on fait partie de la même famille.
So many times we have our identity in a vacuum.
Alors des fois on a notre identité dans une bulle, enfin
And we can get so wrapped up in I am loved by God.
et on peut être enfermé dans un concept je suis aimé par Dieu et on voit que ça.
That the truth is we,
Mais en fait c'est nous sommes aimés
as the body of Christ.
en tant que corps de Christ.
The brother didn't understand his identity.
Et en fait le frère non plus n'a pas compris son identité.
The father said, all I have
Et le père a dit tout ce que j'ai
is yours.
c'est à toi.
And so when Lyssah said that,
Quand
that's
Lyssah a dit ça,
our identity is so closely linked to one another.
et
So this is our hotel room. I'm going to demonstrate how, well, this is part of our hotel room. I'm going to demonstrate how cool it is.
Do you want me to turn off the...
No, wait. So we have a little light here that says, save the planet. When we turn that off,
It saves the planet.
saves the planet, everything goes off. So I'm gonna unlock the door. Thankfully, this has really great locks. All right, so I'm heading back out to the hallway. There you go. And go back in. And as soon as I unlocked the door, it turned everything back on, which is pretty nifty. So we are nicknaming our room Sarah because it is our smart room. You'll see, sorry, it's a mess, but we've been having rest and fun. So we have this little guy right here, and this is our room control, okay? You see it's got the temperature adjusted. We've got these cool little, let's see, here's our blinds. Turn those down and hit that.
This is a smart house, for sure.
You can automatically raises it.
Did you show them the lighting? You can set.
Yeah, we
party.
can go over here and we can play with our
Whoa, bright.
lighting.
That's
Turns
all
that
you did.
down, turns that on. We can go to smart room, and you'll notice it has things across the top: lighting, temperature, blinds, mood. So obviously this is really bright now with the blinds there. So we're gonna put those down part of the way. Right. Use our little smart home thing. All right. I guess I'm shutting them all the way. So we can come over here to lighting, and we've got our regular lighting, so we can turn that up and it gets brighter, or turn it low and it goes off, and turn it up. And then you see this little guy right here, you haven't really seen because it's set at white, but we can make that different colors that are not translating as great. Oh, I need to probably hold it up here. There we go. Blue. Right, so we can do all these. So then we move here where it says mood lights. All right. So I'm trying to actually see where I'm hitting. Oh, sorry. I have to hit mood. That's right. Mood over here. And it's got some little presets. So say we want a party. Hit the party light. And it dims a little bit. Say we want to be businessy. And for some reason, yellow is kind of, or sorry, purple is businessy, and it gets a little brighter. We want some relaxing. Gives us some green, whatnot. So it's pretty cool. And over here, our TV is just kind of setting itself to some cool, like chill. This is on relax, so it gives us this little picture.
That is
I don't know if you can hear, it's playing some little noises. Apparently these little emojis are supposed to be relaxing. I don't know. I hadn't seen this yet. If we hit business, let's see what happens to the TV. Oh, TV goes off because apparently it's business, so we don't need that. We can stream, we can AirPlay from our own iPad or whatever, so that's pretty cool. You can set an alarm, which is nice. It lets you know how you want to wake up. This explains all about the hotel. Explains about our location, what to eat, what to drink, to do, all that kind of stuff. So pretty much this is Sarah, our smart home. It's got a cool little dock for that. We thought it was great. They have French plugs, internet, like they have all the international plugs, which is really neat, and then just USB, which is really cool. Yeah. That is the tour of our hotel room. Here's like the best vantage point we'll be able to give. Yeah. So, but we really enjoy it. In fact, I think we're gonna find a way to convert our house into a smart home. Anyway, that's it. We love you guys. Bye.